Hey, this is Pastor Jean Daniel with a mini message from the book of Luke, chapter 7. In Luke chapter 7, verse 36, one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to eat with him. Now, sometimes in the Gospels, we get a little harsh on the Pharisees. So I just want to point out here that a Pharisee invited Jesus over for dinner. Perhaps we can be a little more fair in how we look at them. After Jesus entered the Pharisee's home, he took his place at the table. Meanwhile, a woman from the city, a sinner, discovered that Jesus was dining in the Pharisee's house. So a woman from the city, perhaps somebody who had seen Jesus preaching or doing miracles, knows that Jesus is inside the house. Now, our modern culture of locked doors and closed doors and knocking before you come in may not have been quite how it worked in the ancient world, and she just walked right on in. Now, Luke says here that she is a sinner. Probably here a euphemism for a prostitute. Somebody who actually sells her body for sexual favors to make a living. But it's interesting in calling her a sinner that we're not always recognizing so is everybody else in the story except Jesus. Yes, she is a sinner, and a scandalous one at that. But she's not the only sinner in the Pharisee's home that day. She brought perfumed oil in a vase made of alabaster. Standing behind Jesus at his feet and crying, she began to wet his feet with her tears. Imagine this. A scandalous woman walks into the home of a good, upstanding Pharisee with one of the most famous local preachers sitting at the table, and she starts to cry on his feet. This is awkward. This is scandalous. People don't know what to do. And as she cries, he becomes so wet with her tears that she dries his feet with her hair. Letting her hair down and exposed is incredibly immodest and only adds to the scandal and the controversy. Now, when the Pharisee who had invited Jesus saw what was happening, he said to himself, if this man were a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. He would know that she is a sinner. Well, isn't that interesting? If he were a prophet, he would know. But what I think is that Jesus knew exactly what kind of woman she was. She was a sinner, just like the rest of us, and he wasn't going to turn her away. He said, I have something to teach you. A lender had two debtors. One owed enough money to pay for 500 people a day's work. The other owed money for 50. When they couldn't pay, the lender forgave them both. Which of them will love him more? And Simon replied, I suppose the one who had the largest debt canceled. And Jesus said, you have judged correctly. This woman loved Jesus and was trying to serve Jesus. Jesus doesn't care how scandalous the world thinks you are. He doesn't care how popular you are. His love is for all the sinners, and his welcome is for all of us. Amen. Let's pray. Loving God, help us recognize that it's not our job to call other people sinners. It's our job to ask forgiveness for our own sin. We thank you that you offer forgiveness and love. That Jesus gives this example of not caring about awkwardness or scandal, but simply loving somebody who needed love and accepting love that she offered. Amen.